Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for The Shape of Water. So The Shape of Water comes to us from Guillermo del Toro, director of films such as The Devil's Backbone, Kronos, Pacific Rim, and most importantly, Pan's Labyrinth, and it follows the story of a woman who works in a special government facility. She is basically the janitor. She cleans the floors, she cleans the walls, that kind of stuff, and she works with her friend Octavia Spencer. And when this special building starts housing an amphibian creature that seems otherworldly, she grows a special attachment to it. And then when they start hurting the creature and they threaten to kill it, she decides that she is going to steal the creature, and because of that, it has a large cascading effect that not only affects her but affects those around her greatly. I was very excited for The Shape of Water, not only because of its marvelous reviews. I've seen so many people call it the best film of the year, or in the top 5 or in the top 10, but also just the fact that I really love the director. He's done work that is just fine, like Hellboy or Pacific Rim, but something like Pan's Labyrinth is a very special movie, because it's not heavy on themes, it's not heavy on melodrama, it's fantastical, but the story it represents is very disheartening and very powerful. And I had heard a lot of comparisons with this to Pan's Labyrinth, so that also had me excited. So basically, The Shape of Water was one of my most anticipated movies of the year by the time I had heard about it, and I can say that it isn't one of the best films of the year in my opinion, but I definitely loved it. There is so much to appreciate in this movie, from the terrific CGI to the great performances to some of the deeper themes that it expresses. One of the biggest themes in Guillermo del Toro's movies, but especially in this one, is the theme of loneliness. And it's the theme of really not feeling complete in life. It's a very relatable theme because we all strive to have our lives feel complete, and that we've done something successful and we've done something worthwhile, or that in the moment that we feel happy enough that doesn't matter. This story basically follows every single character has an issue with not feeling complete. You have her, who feels complete because she does not have love in her life, the main character, Sally Hawkins. She doesn't have love in her life, and also she cannot speak. There's Richard Jenkins, who feels lonely because his art is not successful, and also he does not have a close bondage with anyone. You have Octavia Spencer, who feels sort of desolate because she doesn't have many friends, and she has a husband that's somewhat abusive towards her, or at least that's hinted at. And so you all have these characters that all feel somewhat incomplete in their lives, and you see during the movie the different things that would make them feel complete, and how they strive towards going towards that, and how that very idea can lead some to do great things for other creatures, or how it can lead to the opposite effect. And the way that it showed how our personal determination for happiness and joy can affect other people's determination was really imaginative, and I loved the way that they expressed that theme. And at the same time, the story is fantastical and wildly entertaining. The creature is just so exciting to look at. Sally Hawkins gives such an incredible performance. All of the smaller components of the movie all make for a natural flow that feels so entertaining. It's a movie that's able to have a very, very strong central theme while also feeling so incredibly entertaining and rewatchable. So it seems like the perfect movie, right? It seems like nothing's wrong with it. You have so many great things. Well, the issue with the movie is that you don't really feel any great impact from it until about an hour in, and maybe even a little longer. Up until that point, it's a lot of development, and development is good. The issue is the development in this movie can oftentimes feel quite stale, and you have some very Hollywood-esque things in this movie, like the scene where Michael Shannon walks in, and it has sort of like a long showing of him. So it's a weird balance of having some realism and then having some Hollywoodism, and while that is entertaining, that can make the movie feel unbalanced at certain points. I can say that by the last 30 minutes of this movie, I was completely in love with it, and it gives an extremely satisfying ending that, yet again, is extremely creative and unique. And I think that that's the best thing that is going for this movie. There's a lot to love in it, it's very creative and it's very imaginative, and overall it's a very lovely movie that I can recommend. I just had a lot of issues with the first part of it, but in the end, I did very much love The Shape of Water. I would recommend that you go out and see it, and I will give The Shape of Water an 8.25 out of 10. This film has been major in a lot of award categories. I have not seen the Golden Globes yet. It's on in about a few hours, but I'm going to be uploading this afterwards. So I'm really hoping that Sally Hawkins gets the recognition she deserves for her performance. I think that Frances McDormand might have been better, but the way that Sally Hawkins was able to express herself without voice was extremely captivating. And I think that Michael Shannon should even get, and Richard Jenkins, both of them, should get some recognition for their roles. Because Michael Shannon is just pure out bloody evil, and Richard Jenkins is such a sensible guy. Both of them do a great job, and of course Octavia Spencer is great. She's Octavia Spencer, and she will get a nomination, so you don't really need to worry about her. She's gonna get the recognition she deserves. I just hope that the supporting male cast is not forgotten. But anyway, that concludes my review for The Shape of Water. What are your thoughts on this film, or what do you think of Guillermo del Toro as a director? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.